Hello YouTube. Today we will be installing on a Dell Inspiron 3000 series a Gigabyte Wi-Fi card, the GC-WB867D-I. It's this right here, dual band AC, 877 megabits of download. It's a PCI Express 1X slot card with revision 4.2 Bluetooth. So really fast Bluetooth. I don't use Bluetooth that much. I'm just doing it because it has a external antenna for your Wi-Fi, so you can put your antenna anywhere, put it where least resistance is on the outside of your case, least electrical interference, and easiest pathway. So yeah, we will be installing this. Should be fairly easy to install, a steady upgrade from my current one now, which is a max of 300 megabits per second, but doesn't reach near that fast. And I'm going to take you over to my computer and we're going to see what current download speeds I get. I currently have a 25 megabit download speed, which is relatively 3 megabytes of download, give or take a few. It should be relatively in there. Megabytes of download. But that's not at all what I get because of where my computer sits and because it is Wi-Fi. But hopefully with this card it should give me a stronger signal, faster connection, and faster transfer speeds. So we're going to install this puppy and see what happens. Alright, we're going to just do a little bit of an unboxing here. Oh! Anti-static packaging, that's what I like to see. It's always good, keeps your components preserved. Now, let's just open this up. There's the card. Pretty small. It's pretty darn small. You got your PCIe Express 1X pins there. You got your USB 3.0 connector there. You got your Bluetooth pins there, and there's the actual Wi-Fi card. And out here you've got your two ports. One of these does Wi-Fi and the other one does Bluetooth. I recommend plugging both of them in anyway. It allows for best connectivity. Now, set this out of the way. Try and open this. Here we've got the antenna. These two little connectors on the side that go onto the side of the PCIe card. This hopefully should give me better connection. Don't want that to fall off. And then here we've got our Bluetooth connectors to connect to the motherboard. Or USB, it's a USB connector, but it's specifically for Bluetooth. The Wi-Fi connects through the PCI Express directly into the motherboard. And we've got our driver disc and our installation guide, which I don't think we'll need an installation guide because we're pros here on this channel.
Alright, now we're going to go and test the bandwidth of the original card so we can contrast what the original card got and what the new card gets for upload and download speeds. And I'm going to do this as a myth busted or whatever, just because it says it has good connection to the router, your Wi-Fi card, doesn't necessarily mean it really does. It says it's getting 150 megs, like mine says that all the time. It'll say it right now if I pulled it open, it's getting 150 megabits of download and connection. And if you test it on Ookla or speed test, which I'll show you here, which this is the best way to test your upload download speeds and your ping or your latency in time of how long it takes for the server to respond back to your computer. And I'll just find that this card doesn't meet what it should be meeting. I don't get the full 25 megabits of download that I have, and I probably will get 1.5 megabits of upload, but that's not very fast, so it doesn't allow for really fast bandwidth. But it all has to do with where the computer's sitting. The antenna for the Wi-Fi is up in the front of the case, and the case is facing backwards off the router. It's got to go through the computer case, through all the electronic components of the computer, through a desk, through a wall, through another wall, and then to the router, which causes some slower speeds. And I'm hoping that this card is powerful enough that it can pull the signals and transmit the signals fast enough that I won't notice any difference. So we're going to test it now and hopefully see what we get. And it should be pretty good latency, but pretty bad download speeds. Yep, 8 ping latency, or yeah, 8 milliseconds ping latency. Yeah, 5 megabits of download. That sounds about right. That's all the better this computer really gets with this Wi-Fi card. I mean, it progressively gets better and then it goes up and down. It looks like a valley. I don't like it. And I should be getting 25 megabits. Now this will top out at 1.5 somewhere in right there. Yep, that looks about right. It does. Here. Which this is the best way to test your upload download speeds and your ping or your latency in time of how long it takes for the server to respond back to your computer. And I'll just find that this card doesn't meet what it should be meeting. I don't get the full 25 megabits of download that I have, and I probably will get 1.5 megabits of upload, but that's not very fast, so it doesn't allow for really fast bandwidth. But it all has to do with where the computer's sitting. The antenna for the Wi-Fi is up in the front of the case, and the case is facing backwards off the router. It's got to go through the computer case, through all the electronic components of the computer, through a desk, through a wall, through another wall, and then to the router, which causes some slower speeds. And I'm hoping that this card is powerful enough that it can pull the signals and transmit the signals fast enough that I won't notice any difference. So we're going to test it now and hopefully see what we get. And it should be pretty good latency, but pretty bad download speeds. Yep, 8 ping latency, or yeah, 8 milliseconds ping latency. Yeah, 5 megabits of download. That sounds about right. That's all the better this computer really gets with this Wi-Fi card. I mean, it progressively gets better, and then it goes up and down. It looks like a valley. I don't like it. And I should be getting 25 megabits. Now, this will top out at 1.5 somewhere right there. Yep, that looks about right. So there's my results. Not very impressive for what I pay for, so we're gonna go and install the card and then do the test again.
Alright, now we're about to install the Wi-Fi card, so let me just remove the front panel here. Side panel, not front panel. Here's the card itself. Just take a little bit of time and get this open. There it is. That's the card itself. And my PCI slot is right there. So the card's going to sit right like that. First I need to open this, pull this up and out, take this cable and this cable off, and then I think I'm going to just leave that old WLAN card in there, and there we go. So that should be in. Save that antenna. There might not be a USB port on my motherboard, or an extra one anyway. I'm not seeing one. So there's the USB cord. I'm not going to plug it in. Might lead to the fact of I can't use Bluetooth. I'm okay with that. The card's in. Now we're just going to install the drivers. I'm getting a new case here in the next week, so I'll be installing that. So I'm going to leave all this from it originally being installed in here, so I don't have to go back and reinstall it in here. I'm just going to kind of clip it down or find somewhere to put it, or stick it here in these front holes, because I'll hook it back up and make for a good case resale, because a case that comes with Wi-Fi is always a good case. Now hopefully when we turn it on that works. Now I'm going to install this. That's the antenna. Looks pretty cool. I don't believe it matters which one is plugged into which port in the computer. I think it's irrelevant. But it's a fairly short cord in of itself. It is magnetic, as you kind of saw there. It's stuck to the bottom of the case. But I'm going to screw these in the bottom, just finger tight. I think it's pushed down plenty far. Then what I'm going to do is take this, take all the protective wrapping coating off. I'm going to stick it to the top of the case, for now anyway. Put this back on. We'll get it back up.
Alright, first moment's back with the computer on, and we have no Wi-Fi. If I click this here, you can't see it, but it says no Wi-Fi. I'm going to open the Network and Sharing Center. Adapter settings. It says Wi-Fi is on, but we are not connected. I'm going to disable this network device because that would be the Wi-Fi card that I unplugged in the computer, which is why it doesn't show. There's no driver to display for the Wi-Fi card that I just put in. So now we are going to pop this into the disk drive, which is the driver installation disk, because obviously you can't just download it from their website if you don't have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a very important part for downloading stuff, or Ethernet. So, just gonna open that bad boy. Wow. Piss. Well, crisis averted. What I ended up doing was replugging in my other Wi-Fi card and downloading the driver off of Gigabyte's website instead of using the disk, just because it would have been more work to pull my graphics card out to plug that bad boy back in the drive. So, but you can use either method, either one works. You have this, then we open that, this, extract all, extract. I'll just have to wait a minute while it does this. And we're done. Here looks like the uncompressed folder. And that's the application. Do that. You'll have to click that. I'll just do that, because I don't care that much. Alright, and then once that's done, finish. So, I believe the driver is installed. Disable. And it looks like it has recognized this as a device, which is enabled. And we get 4-bar connection. I'm just going to enter my... and we're connected. Or I could connect to the 5 gigahertz. And, but, how do I do that? I got really good connection right now. Well, even... It says only 180 megs, and it's wavering a little. But I could fix that probably just by moving the antenna a little. Yeah, see, it's fluctuating. All right, now that that's installed, and actually we have really good connection. Like, that connection is amazing. This is snappy. Snap, crackle, pop. All right, and make sure everything's not loading. No ads are loading. Kabwammo! I'm already satisfied. I'm already blown away. Yeah. I think there's evidence right there. Get rid of that crappy old in motherboard Wi-Fi card and get this bad boy, because this is amazing. That is astonishing. Huh. That's amazing. Well, there you have it, guys. This really does work. It works great for... I mean, it didn't increase my ping any, but that's because this device has a different MAC address, and I'm sure it gave it a different IP address. Because of the new IP address, stuff isn't port forwarded and it isn't optimized, so it gave it a different ping. But normally I get 8 milliseconds of ping, but that's pretty fast. Going from 2.5 megs from 2.5 megabits to almost 20 megabits, wavering a little because again it's Wi-Fi, but what can I say, that is really good. That's impressive. That impresses me. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you learned something. Like the video, subscribe, and have a nice day.